Redmond tonight, in winning his 5th game of the year, started out strong. He retired 6 of the first 7 he faced through 2 innings. But Escobar was also strong. Although he walked 2 in the first inning, he wouldn't let the A's get anything out of that. And then he retired the next 7 in a row, including striking out the side in the top half of the 3rd. In the bottom of the 3rd, it was Benji Molina, the big catcher of the Angels, at the plate leading off, and he started some trouble.
Full play Wednesday and 12:35 on the 1st of July on a Thursday afternoon. Benji Molina leads it off for the Halos against Redmond. Bottom of the 3rd, no score. Molina, Kennedy, and Eckstein. And Mark Redmond's pitch is on the way, and it's driven to right center field, up the alley. That's trouble. Kelty going back. It's over his head and off the wall. Kotze plays the carom. Benji going to second. They got a shot at the throw. Gets away from Crosby, and Benji Molina is safe at second base. Benji Molina doubles off the wall in right center field. Kotze played the carom, and Benji, I think by far the slowest runner in baseball, would have been out on a good throw, but the throw tailed on Kotze toward the first base side of the second base bag, and then trying to dig it out of the dirt. Crosby couldn't do it, and he was about 15 feet wide of second anyway.
And Benji got his running drills in this instance, because the next hitter, Adam Kennedy, hit a deep drive to right center, and Kotze made a marvelous running catch. And, in fact, going away toward the wall, it was tough to set up and throw immediately, and even the lumbering Benji made it to third base, and that proved to be pivotal when David Eckstein stepped to the plate.
So the infield halfway, the outfield a gap in right center for Eckstein. He's a right-handed hitter. 1 out, bottom of the 3rd, no score. Redmond out of the stretch. Mark checks. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it's lined to center. Kotze coming on. He's not going to get it, and the Angels take a 1-0 lead as Molina scores from third. Kind of a soft line drive, well placed into center by Eckstein for his 15th run batted in.
And with Sean Figgins following with a single to right, putting runners at first and third, another instance of those little guys at the top of the order setting the table for the big boppers. The first of the big boppers to follow, of course, Vlad Guerrero. But fortunately, the A's got him to hit it in the right place.
Redmond, here's the 1-0 to Guerrero. A one-hopper to short taken by Crosby, on the bag for 1, over to first for 2. As the A's get Guerrero to bounce into a 6-3 double play and keep the damage down as the Angels settle for 1. And after 3, it is 1-0 Anaheim.
After that, Redmond settled in, pitching 1, 2, 3 innings in both the 4th and the 5th, during which time the A's finally got themselves on the board. It started with one of Escobar's walks, which came to Hatterberg, opening the 4th inning. Hatterberg was wild pitch to second base, but Durazo popped out to second, bringing up Bobby Crosby, and Crosby getting to the plate with Hatterberg out there as the tying run. And Damian Miller eventually was the guy who delivered. Crosby reached on an error by the third baseman Figgins, a wide throw, and so the runner still had not gotten around to tie up the ball game, but Miller remedied that in a hurry.
And the 1-0 pitch. Miller, a line drive at third, down the line, fair ball in the corner. Rounding third is Hatterberg. He will score. Crosby goes to third on a ringing double down the left field line by Damian Miller, and the A's have tied the ball game at 1-1. A great try by Figgins, the third baseman, diving to his right, but the A's have tied it up.
Great time for the first hit of the night.
You bet. 2-base hit, scoring Hatterberg, Crosby to third, and now Damian Miller has 17 RBIs in his last 10 games.
Big chance for more for the A's, but Escobar bore down. He got Scudero out on a little dribbler in front of the plate that hit him. He was called out, and Kelty bounced out to end the inning, but at least the A's had caught up. Then they moved out in front in the 5th inning. Estevan Herman giving Mark McLemore a night off at third base, opened with a double inside the bag at third base down the left field line, getting Eric Burns an opportunity to plate. Burns doubled off the glove of Figgins at third. It rolled into foul ground, but not deep enough to allow Herman to score from second. He had to hold up at third, so when Kotze came to the plate, runners were at second and third. Right-hander ready, and delivers. Kotze swings and lines it into right field for a base hit. Coming in is Herman. Burns held at third. Here's the strong throw by Guerrero. It's offline. It rolls away from Benji Molina, but the runners can't advance any further. By the time Burns realized the ball was off Benji's glove and back toward the backstop, it was too late to kick it in gear. Down to second base goes Kotsay. But the A's had found themselves in front for the first time, and Scott Hatteberg helped that matter, as he seems to do so often in situations that require a fly ball, a base hit, a walk, whatever it is. He's had that knack this year. And the pitch. Swung. There's a drive to center. Anderson has that lined up, but that'll score the run. Burns tags up after the catch. Races home. The A's get the second run of the inning and a 3-1 lead in this ball game here in the fifth inning. Good job by Hatteberg to get the run home. Drives in his 43rd of the year. And the A's had another threat in the sixth inning. They got Escobar's pitch count up, and in fact, after 6, he was gone with 108 pitches. But even though the A's had 2 hits with 1 out in the inning, Escobar denied them by striking out Burns for the final out of the frame, and the A's and Redmond were clinging to that 2-run lead. Top of the order coming up at the sixth inning. Always trouble when Eckstein is a guy, and he opened up with a single. Figgins, however, was a strikeout victim, but then here came Big Vlad, and this was a sudden turn that went the A's way. Redmond ready. And the 1-1. Drilled into center field. Kotsay racing back, still going, can't get to it. One hops the wall in center. Eckstein streaking for third. He gets the go-ahead. Here's the Crosby relay throw, and the tag, and he is out at the plate. Now a throw down to third. They've got Guerrero in a rundown. He is tagged out. And so a line drive double turns into a double play, and the inning is over. Holy Toledo. The Angels come up empty, and that ball was really blasted on a low line over the head of Kotsay, but the relay got him at the plate with Eckstein out, and then Guerrero is run down. We go to the seventh inning, and after 6, the A's lead 3-1. That was your basic 8-6-2-5-6 double play, and coincidentally, it was Guerrero's 100th hit of the 2004 campaign. Kevin Gregg came on to pitch for the Angels in the 7th, and the A's got after him in a hurry. Kotsay and Hatteberg opened things with singles, Hatteberg singling off the body of Gregg, and then he faced Durazo.
And the runners don't go. The 3-2 is lined to left, base hit. Kotsay will score easily. He rounds third to come to the plate. Hatteberg is rounding second, going to third on a ball ripped to left field for a single by Durazo, and the A's take a 4-1 lead.
Good opposite field hitting in this inning by both Kotsay and Durazo.
Kevin Gregg greeted by 3 consecutive singles and all well hit.
And Gregg would get 3 more outs in the inning, but the first one produced another run for the A's.
Here's the 2-2 pitch, and Crosby, a chopper to the left side, cutting in front. Figgins goes to second in the dirt, and that's all they get. They get the force at second on Durazo as Hatteberg scores from third, and the A's lead 5-1. And Crosby gets the RBI.
But even so, these Angels are always tough here at home, and of course the way that things have been going for the A's, you never want to breathe too easily too soon. Redmond got 2 line drive outs to start the 7th, but he walked Quinlan. Wild pitched him to second base. Salmon was up. A base hit could start to narrow that gap, but not this time.
Redmond's 2-2 pitch, and Salmon takes on the outside corner, change up, ring him up, strike 3 called. As the Angels lead Quinlan at second and fail to score. And after 7, A's 5 and the Angels 1.
And if you can get more, get them. And the opportunity came off Gregg in the 8th when he walked Kelty. Herman laid down a perfect bunt, beating it out, put runners at first and second, and after Burns struck out, Kotsay single to center, loaded the bases for Hatteberg.
Bases loaded with 1 out in the 8th. The pitch to Hatteberg is a high fly ball in center field. Anderson going back. That'll score the run as Kelty will tag and score. Herman tags at second and goes to third, and the A's take a 6-1 lead. And Hatteberg continues an amazing run of situational hitting.
And then Derek Turnbow came on to replace Gregg and faced Rubio Durazo, who didn't have to do anything with the bat to get another run home.
Here's the 1-0 pitch to Durazo on the way by Turnbow. High and outside, gets away from Molina, down the line from third. Herman, the throw, not in time. And up to second goes Kotsay, and it's 7-1 Athletic. So Herman scoring on a pitch that got away from Benji Molina. It was a fastball. It was up and away.
And Redmond tonight went 7 1/3. He gave up. Turned it over to Bradford for the final 2 outs in the 8th inning. Jim Messier pitched the 9th, gave up a leadoff single, then got 2 quick outs, and it hadn't been a while since we'd heard this sort of sound at the end of an A's game. And the 2-1. There's a broken bat, semi-liner, short hop by Scudero, and a glove hand flip to Crosby, force out at second base, and that's the end of the ball game. As the Athletics break a 4-game losing streak, get their second win in 9 tries on the road with 1 game left here in Anaheim. A runner left for the Angels in the 9th. The final score, A's 7, the Angels 1. And that's music to Ken.